Hello, everybody. I'm Fighter Chaos with the Geek Fighters, playing Lunar 2 Eternal Blue, the sequel to my favorite JRPG ever. And I don't remember what the heck happened last time. So Double R and Metal will tell you.
Lucia got inflicted with
by that I mean just Metal. I mean just Double R.
I'm Double RPG, and Lucia got inflicted with a curse by the god of destruction. So we're going to the village of Larpa to seek a guy named Ronfar who can actually lift up that curse.
But can he run far?
I'm pretty sure he can. You're fired.
Every day I thought about firing Kyle. Just to shake things up.
So yeah, you remember when Lucia, she got her hit points down from 777 to 1 after being afflicted with the curse. So now we have to go to this village and actually get her help.
Oh no! Actions have consequences. What?
But since we're at this village, I think it might be a good idea to maybe we can talk to some of the townsfolk and see if they actually say anything that's real funny. But we'll have to see.
Oh, probably.
Mama and Papa each have 3 jobs, so I work at the store instead of going to school. But that's just what Papa told me to tell you, so don't be sad. Are you going to buy something? Jeez, and you don't even have a worker's license, little girl?
Just say, don't give me your life story. Just sell me some goddamn potions.
Exactly.
And we get some town music inside this place. Kind of upbeat and chipper, if you ask me.
In the meantime, what's going on this week?
Well, we got a direct and a state of play, one of which was a lot better than the other, even though it didn't show everything we kind of hoped.
That reminds me, Friday, yesterday when I was streaming Fate, we didn't even think of talking about the direct until like the last half hour of the stream.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's how bad it was. We were like, holy crap, holy crap, it was so mid.
It really was.
We got to see the spiritual successor to Paul Blart Mall Cop, and that was Cloud Strife Mall Cop in the Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Melee Daddy says something new. It's the first time chatter there, too.
Welcome, Melee Daddy.
I think... Isn't this real hardware?
I think so.
I mean, you're the one playing.
Oh, I know. But truth be told, I don't have an actual... I do have an actual copy on me, but I'm playing on my PC.
Oh. Okay.
So it's not completely
we do own it, but this is a ROM, okay, but...
Yeah.
But he does own it.
This is illegal. This is a
legal ROM. Yes.
A legal backup.
Not illegal. A legal ROM.
Yes, you are allowed to keep them for storage purposes of games you do own. So yeah.
Yes. Buy some sweet, sweet fruit right here, right now, at only 500 silver each. Get it while it's fresh. Hey kid, Hero looks like she's about to faint. What she needs is a big bite of a fresh fruit. No way, Hero, this chiseler is charging outrageous prices. Ain't that the truth? I mean, who would want to buy a pineapple at 500 silvers a pop?
Like, seriously, what the hell? Like, why are they so much?
What later do you use?
Isn't it just EPSXE?
Yeah, it's EPSXE.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah. That's...
Hey Lord Doom!
That's my
Duck Station's a good one, too.
That's my brother on the right. He and his friend are having a drinking contest. The rules are very simple. The first guy to spew his booze is the loser. I suggest giving my brother some breathing room. I've seen him lose these contests before. Okay. My friends here think they can drink more than I can, but only I have the goddess on my side. I have a blue birthmark on my butt in the shape of the blue star. It's a sign of Althena's blessing. 3 words, pal. Too much information.
TMI.
Who would even think to have a birthmark
on
their butt?
OPH.
Who would think to have a birthmark on
question.
their butt? That's a big, huge, round shape. I mean, isn't that basically what the size of one half of your bum is?
Mm, it is.
Nice. LPA said sounds like Sony in the past 3 months.
Oh yeah, their whole thing was, kind of crap.
And Lord Doomsday's playing Among Us with a new group. He's going to torment their souls.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't played that for a bit. I should hop on again, do it sometime soon.
Take notice of the guy with the portrait there. He asked us if we're looking for
a portrait.
If we're
that
looking
means
for a
he's
priest.
somebody.
Well, what are you doing here? Just a wild guess, but you probably find a priest in the sanctuary instead of a bar. Well,
yeah,
he does make a good point, so I think enough hanging out at the bar, and let's go to the sanctuary.
Unless you're in Riften, in which case the friggin' priest's always hanging out in the damn bar.
That's right. Talking about Mara.
Yo, don't drink, cause Mara. And they're all like, shut up.
Yeah, they all
like,
tell him,
okay.
shut up. He's like, all right.
Shut up. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. All right.
He does the understandable have a nice day.
Anyway, so we talk to the head priest here and says, well, okay. I'm not here for a refund. My friend's been cursed, and we've come here to find a priest who can lift it. His name is Ronfar. Can you introduce us to him? He's got to be around here somewhere. Ronfar? That heathen has never set foot in this sanctuary, and he never will. I'm appalled that you would dare to invoke such an infamous name in this sacred place. All that Ronfar will lift from your cursed friend is her money pouch. Rest assured of that. What? But Grandpa Gwen told us. I don't care what you heard. If you want to find Ronfar, search the tavern, not the sanctuary. Still can't believe that there was ever a time when that rogue was one of the chosen. Okay, so apparently that dude who we saw at the bar is the actual guy.
Lord Doom says if your spouse worships Debella, then you probably need a new spouse. Yeah, do you remember Helga?
Yeah.
Oh, we got a saucepan lid. The R only means for a shield at this point for hero.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
Lord Doom said yes explicitly. Because if you don't know, the Bella worshippers in Elder Scrolls like to worship her by sleeping around. So yeah.
Oops. She was the one I was picturing in my mind as I said it. Lord Doom said.
Yep. Helga's bunkhouse. And then she talks crap to you too, and I'm like, she's all around just awful.
Dialogue time and movie.
What are you doing back here? I'm getting real sick of your face.
Well, we're getting sick of your games, Ronfar. We know who you are.
So yeah. This dude drinking, walling away in his sorrows.
Guy anyway?
This is him.
You know,
Oh, hey, look, a cutscene.
kind of a deadbeat.
Who knew?
I can't
Wow.
believe he was ever a priest for Althena. But I'll tell you where
So
your
yeah,
guy
if you were
is
to
if you beat me
guess,
in a game.
yeah,
The only
this is the
truth I've
Kyle
ever
of this
found
game from
lies
Lunar
right here.
1 into Lunar 2.
In these.
Not you, but the character. Kyle.
Yeah, the one that's why I said
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Lunar 1. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's. Melee Daddy said this game really aged well. Sprite work is top tier. And I was mentioning that last time when we played. When we started the game. This
okay.
and Thousand Arms and stuff like sprite-based games somehow aged.
So basically,
it goes to show you that art style counts for a lot.
Oh yeah.
Art direct.
I mean, even art style that's done for a game like this back in the day still ages really well. So basically, we're playing this game where he's going to throw a couple of dice to see if the two dice land an even or an odd number. So that's basically what the thing is. We're going to try to see it.
Wait a minute. Didn't I play this game in Shenmue?
Kind of like Cho, but or it's kind of like the whatever the name that mini game is in the Suikoden games. You know, that's kind of like Cho.
Yeah.
But anyway, you keep playing against him numerous times, he's just always going to beat you. So talk to him again, and then we'll set things straight with him. What, you're still coming back for more? I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Haven't you figured out that I'm using my super lucky dice? I think it's more like super loaded dice, if you ask me, you big cheater. That's Ruby
said
for you.
about those cutscenes. Gotta love those mid-90s anime cutscenes.
Oh yeah, fun. Another funny thing I learned is that the cutscene, the animated cutscenes for this game, nobody has even done like a 4K remaster of these cutscenes. I mean, I know there's a lot of games where their cinematic cutscenes you can actually view on YouTube that are upscaled to 4K, but this game is not one of them.
Lord Doom said his anniversary's in 9 days. It's amazing how dates can sneak up on you. Oh yeah.
Oh, Lucia's about to... Oh.
It's not wrong.
What's wrong with this girl? Her skin is so cold and clammy. Tell you what, let's get out of here. She can rest in my place, and so can you. Come with me. Okie dokie.
Hi.
Mr. Ronfar, we'll follow you where you go. Funny thing to know is that he's 18 years old, and yet he's drinking in a bar. I guess the age limit for going into taverns is really is really a lot more forgiving than reality, huh, guys?
I guess so. Guess they really don't give a
Did
shit.
you hear about Lord Doom's anniversary?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Congrats.
The first year anniversary, or
I don't know how many years.
Oh, Hanayama is 19, but if he wanted to drink, he wouldn't stop him. Oh, 4th anniversary. Well, congratulations,
Hanayama
dude.
specifically drinks wild turkey. He even... I'm rereading... Come on, my motorcycles. I'm rereading the manga, and he brings it up a bunch. I love wild turkey. Yeah. And, like, he always drinks by breaking the top of the bottle and then just guzzling it. He doesn't open it. He breaks the top of the bottle and just guzzles.
Damn.
You're a persistent little bunch, Anya. Oh, aren't you? Well, listen up. I'm a gambler, not a priest. I parted ways with the Chosen long ago, buddy, and I can't lift the curse on your friend. Says who? What's this? Another visitor to Casa de Ronfar? Must be my lucky day today. Oh boy. Yikes. Guess who's here? But he's just outside of the bedroom. Mr. Beastman, gullible jackass
Lord Doom
himself,
mentions
Leo.
he did what Hanayama did, sort of. Lord Doom said when he started drinking, if it was a glass bottle, he had a short sword he used to cut the tops off. Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah?
You never did that, Kyle.
Nope. Oh, yeah. When I started drinking, if it was a glass bottle, I had a short sword I'd use to cut the... yeah. But, yeah, I never did that if I ever had any drinks. I mean, the only drinks I've ever had when I was at bars were slippery nipples. So, basically, butterscotch schnapps and Irish car bombs from Jaeger... Or, no, not Jaeger, but what was the thing? The Irish cream or whatever. So what's the urgent matter that brings you to the Den of Thieves, also known as LARPA? I was tricked far. That's the name of the town we're in, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I make the joke LARPA. LARPing. Like, they all LARP there?
I guess
so. Well, it's in the name.
I was tricked, Ronfar. A young brat named Hero fooled me and helped the destroyers to escape. I never suspected it would assume the form of a human female. She's not really human, dude. She's a deity.
Well, he says the form.
Well, yeah, a human form. Yeah, I know.
He said, I never suspected it would assume the form of a human female.
This was my first and last mistake. First mistake, yes. Last, probably not. The Destroyer disguised as an innocent girl? That's pretty heavy stuff, Leo. Come on, Ronfar, don't turn us into Leo.
Don't narc on us, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Be a narc, man.
Well, Leo, what I know about that girl, along with the nickel, will buy you a warm cup of Jack Squat, but I'll keep my ears open. Thank you, Ronfar. I shall resume the search tomorrow. The Destroyer will be found. Ronfar, I have another request to make of you. I wish for you to rejoin Althena's chosen. The goddess needs your skill and strength, Ronfar, just as you require her guidance. And surely you realize the pain you caused Mari the day you left so abruptly.
They're not voice acting?
No, there's no voice acting in this part. Although I believe there should be. I mean, games like this, with the PlayStation being stronger than the Sega CD, I feel that there are certain points where they have, the developers of this game really squandered their potential with having voice acting in certain instances like this. I mean, if they were to ever do a re-release for this game, I would suspect that the team would try to implement voice acting in every, major cutscene like this. I mean, the Star Ocean games did it for both the first and second game when they were re-released on the PSP.
Lord Doom said, Lord Doom mentioned about, no, he didn't anime style with his short sword, by the way. He just made sure that he put it under the blade under the top of the bottle and it would just pop off. And you had to make sure the angle was right, otherwise you create the perfect way to stab yourself while drinking. Think about that, huh? Don't want to stab yourself.
No. That'd be like an ill omen if you tried to do that.
Yeah.
Back in Pentagulia, Leo was my best friend in the world. We were little brothers. We were like brothers, and I lied to him just for you, stranger. But I lied on a strong hunch that you are doing what you think is right. I could see in your eyes. You don't believe that girl is a destroyer at all. I was just like you once. A young kid. A young kid all fired up with ambition.
Oh God, I gotta fight Alter Ego. Hold on a second.
Uh-oh. But there's something
But
there's just something I don't understand, buddy. And I need you to explain it to me.
10 years, I don't have
Why do you believe in Lucia's innocence? Why are you willing to risk your freedom and your life? If you don't want me to rat you out to Leo, you will tell me the answer. I'm helping her because... Well, I found out right away that Lucia needed to meet with the goddess Althena. But she's a stranger in this world, Ronfar. She doesn't know anything. Or anyone. She was willing to look for the goddess all alone, but there's no way I could let her do that. I think I'm going to leave out the part about how blindingly beautiful she is. Yeah, do that, Mr. Boner Jam.
Lord Doom, I am Ashia Dolman, Alter Ego. Wait, not Caster? That's right, it's Dolman. He made sure you had to say it like that.
I just did what any decent guy would do, Ronfar. I helped out a person in need. I can't really explain it. There's just something about Lucia. Leo thinks she's the Destroyer, but he's wrong. Lucia has come from the Blue Star to save our world, not to destroy it. You're doing a noble thing, hero. Very noble indeed. If only I had been so noble with Mari. If only I hadn't failed her. Who is this Mari you're talking about there, Ronfar? Sounds like somebody very important to you. If only I hadn't left her all alone. Yeah, why am I having these stupid thoughts? All I care about now are the dice. Okay, Hero, here's the deal. We're playing the dice again. Win, and I help you and Lucia. Lose, and I give you the boot from Casa de Ronfar and deny I ever met any of you. You might think it's chance, buddy, but I call it fate. Are you ready to roll? Hero, forget about it. We know that Ronfar's dice are loaded. No, Ruby. These dice only roll straight and true. So which is it, odd or even? Let's go for evens this time.
Lord Doom says he loves proximity chat in Among Us. Hey,
Oh,
Metal,
yeah?
you haven't played in a while, have you?
Oh, hey, Muteki.
Yo, Techie. Always good to see ya.
Even. You won. I guess those dice weren't loaded after all. Luck is with you today, buddy. I'm yours on the toss of the dice. So, looks like we gained an ally out of this.
There's a music playing. Lord Doom. That's great. Keep playing. Yes, I'm an imposter, and then they die when you hear them screaming in the afterlife.
Well, you know, when I was watching the Nintendo Direct, Lord Doom says, "I'm the champion of Among Us. Challenge me."
Ungus.
I was like, yeah, sounds about right. I mean, the way how he talks about it quite a lot.
By the way, Anastasia Caster does not have summer boost. So Alex is wrong about that one.
Okay, we got Ronfar in our party. He doesn't even have any weaponry right now, so I think we'll have to go to the place later to go to the store later to actually get his equipment. But for now, he's gonna be our healer, and he's gonna be our dice player too. And we go inside this little cave to get to the back end of the sanctuary,
that's a big bug. There's these huge bugs that be like on the window.
Ooh,
I'm glad they're on the window.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, Hurricane Lee did not attack me. I just forgot to mention that.
Oh,
part.
good.
Because yesterday I saw like, oh god, if Hurricane Lee comes, apparently
no.
nope, it decided to hit the eastern part of your country, Metal.
Yeah, it's currently hitting coast here, so yeah.
Good thing I'm using these anger dice quite a lot because they only take 2 magic points for Ronfar, so we can actually use it quite a lot of times, and they do a lot of damage. As long as you don't roll on Snake Eyes, which only does 1 thing of damage towards an enemy, then you should be okay.
I'm supposed to be working on new projects, but guess what I'm doing? You don't have to guess. I already made it pretty clear.
You're playing Legends.
Playing Faith.
Oh, you're playing Fate? Oh, okay.
Nice.
Hey, me. Yeah, no, I'm a totally awesome me.
You know, funny you're playing a gacha. I really should get back to playing Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis.
I'll give you this. I was telling the other guys about it that you were showing me it, and I was like, man, that game looks friggin' amazing, like for a mobile game. Like, holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, no, I'm gonna ask the chat a question. Chat, are you like me, where like you feel like you should be being productive, but you're not, and then you're like mad that you're not productive? That's me right now. Oh, Lord Doom actually downloaded the game. He just hasn't played it yet. The Ever Crisis.
Oh yeah.
Kyle.
Cool. You'll definitely have to let me know what you think of it, Lord Doom.
I mean, he says kind of. Yeah.
Because from what I played, I've been really enjoying it.
LPH says some days. Lord Doom says no, he does not feel that because he works 60-hour weeks on a slow week.
Huh.
That makes sense. Yeah, you me, I'm like sitting here like, obviously we're streaming, so we're actually being.
Oh, yeah.
My brain wants me to do everything in the same day,
Yeah.
and then I feel overwhelmed by that, and then I do nothing. That's kind of like my problem right there. Hey, why don't you do everything?
If you saw on the screen, we showed the hero his squall ability. So, hero is born with the element of wind at his side. So he.
Ooh,
does
LPH
use
is a good question. Fate does LPH to answer the question about this one. This one does use Unity.
But Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. No, from what I looked at, it looks to be using Unreal Engine 4, much like Final Fantasy VII Remake.
It looks a lot like it's the same engine as Remake, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's just turn-based instead of action-y or whatever. Is it full-on action, or is it like? I still haven't played 7.
Oh, Remake. Thing is that you can have it on full-on action. You can have it on full-on action mode, but the thing is that you can. There's also a turn-based mode, to where the action will play itself, where you just only choose the commands from what you have, like the abilities and magic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is Ever Crisis like that turn-based mode, or still different?
It's kind of like that, from what I gather, because the separate ATB bars that fill up, it shows with the abilities that you have, it shows how many of those you have to use for that ability to be summoned or whatever. So it's kind of like that a little bit. Oh, you got hero poisoned again.
Ferocious wind!
Uteki mentioned his brother invited people and someone bumped into the table and dropped a model kit.
Uh-oh.
It's
yeah.
like, that's not good.
That sucks. Sorry to hear that, Muteki. That's like, I mean, when you have a model kit with so many pieces, that's like the one thing you hope would never happen. Because with all that hard work that you do, then there's that potential that it can all just be destroyed. Oh yeah.
Because my double Zeta kit fell and broke, and if you don't know, the double Zeta Gundam is a huge Mamma Jamma that also transforms. And it's a lot of work to make because of that. And then that fell and broke. Yeah, so that was fun. I still haven't fixed it. It's just sitting there broken because I'm just like looking at the work I did. I kid you not, it's on the floor still, Kyle.
Dang. You know, I was gonna say, it reminds me of that one time. This one time,
I'm just looking at it like, no, I just don't have the energy. Yeah.
Anyway, it reminds me of this one time I saw a video on YouTube. It was, I think it was a news segment from the Associated Press or something about this guy who actually managed to build the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but he used Jenga blocks, and it took him about 3 to 4 weeks to build it. And he was getting interviewed by an old man who was a reporter, and apparently the old man still had the wire attached to the microphone, and the guy who built the tower said, "Make sure you don't wrap your cord around the leaning tower that I built because it will cause it to fall." And the old man, not listening to his word, was looking at the leaning tower from all angles, didn't realize that his cord was still wrapped around the leaning tower, and all of a sudden those Jenga blocks all fell to the floor.
Oh boy.
Damn.
It's like 3 to 4 weeks of progress, completely destroyed when that guy was about ready to have his work be displayed on the Guinness Book of World Records.
Damn.
Yeah.
To quote Raphael, damn.
You're a
No, I know I should yell that, but I won't.
You should use the soundboard. I have the sound in the soundboard.
Yeah, I know. I know how you use soundboard.
You mean this?
Exactly.
Yes.
Anyway, we're at the sanctuary now, and it's time to heal Lucia of the curse. Okay, buddy. Everything is prepped and ready. Now, let's break the spell. Goddess Althena, governess of all creatures, hear my plea and grant my wish. Shatter the curse which has enveloped the heart and mind of this delicate creature. Shatter the darkness of evil with rays of holy light. Gotcha, gotcha.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I just added that last part in. It was all improv. Ugh. Ronfar, what's wrong? Lucia's in agony. Don't you know what you're doing? This is impossible. The spell she's under is stronger than... Ronfar, talk to us. What's happening to her? I've never failed to break a spell. Except once when... Oh, Mari. Oh, flashback.
Yo, Ronfar, I'm in pain. Oh.
Poor Deuce, I don't know why that made him laugh.
I just need a little more
Voice
power.
dialogue, by the way.
Hold on, Mari. Fight, Mari.
Remember, you don't have to read it.
Yeah, I know.
With us. I won't let you give up.
I mean, you could, but why not?
I don't know. It feels like it kills a combo.
I play that moment back in my mind.
Sometimes it-
over
but sometimes
and
it does
over.
help,
I won't
so
go through something
guess,
like that
case by
again.
case,
I'll save Lucia.
Case by case
or
basis.
die trying.
You pulled Satan. Not just Satan. You pulled the Satan.
Damn Satanist Muppets.
Telling us this is a graveyard of you. Because that's the most Taitoist dialogue in a Taito game I've ever heard.
Yep.
Man, those Taito games had some really funny dialogue to them.
The good old days. Taito.
Yep. Well, how about that? Sweet success at the hands of Ronfar. Oh, yes.
Oh yeah. Ronfar.
Well, even though we lifted the curse, there's still a big caveat. She's not at full power, so trying to regain all that lost strength, it's gonna take some time. Now, as I said, when it comes to battle, when she's fighting alongside us, her stats will increase from time to time. So it's kind of like Final Fantasy II, the real Final Fantasy II, where the character's stats will grow after each battle, depending on what action or abilities that they use. And it's also kind of like that with Quest 64, if you ever played that. But,
Oh my god. I get your motorcycle gang, but y'all really, come on.
So yeah, you can see that Lucia's hit points are now at 79 instead of 777, or thankfully not back at 1, but yeah.
But sadly, they are no longer God's number.
Yep.
Nope.
Well, you saw Lord Duro, it's great.
You pulled Satan. Not really, it's Bowser. So basically the same if you're playing Mario Party. You know, if Nintendo wanted to get back into the mobile train, I feel that that their next game that they should do for a mobile game is Mario Party.
Lord Doom talking about the bikers. He said they just really love their bikes. Such a grand and intoxicating innocence. They should gaze upon the heart. Cap.
Gaze upon the heart of Lorcan.
The sixth tribe unborn.
All right, we got
Sixth
Ronfar.
tribe unborn, excuse me.
Now we finally got Ronfar some good equipment on him.
Nice.
Yes.
Lord Doom said it. That is how they honor the sixth house and the tribe unmourned. Come, Neropar.
They just really love... Yeah, they just really love their bikes. Piss off everyone who has a phone, LPH says.
All right.
Man, tell that to anybody who's at the movie theater, as much as, you know, parents with their kids who can't even shut them up, even if they're just speaking to them in silence right next to you. They're like, what's happening in this movie? What's happening in this movie? It just makes you want to stand up and say, get your kid to shut up. Even if you are whispering, tell them to be quiet. Watch the movie now, ask questions later.
Yeah. That's what my parents did.
Thank God for your parents. They raised you right.
Well, I also have borderline, so I guess not really.
Oh.
They did. They did and they didn't. Take some, win some, lose some. I have manners, but I also have a mental illness that.
No, you gotta read what Lord Doom wrote now in relation to what
The
I
next
said.
time a kid says in a theater, I'm gonna, how dare you do this to a god?
How do?
I mean, seriously, though. I mean, no, it doesn't really happen to me now whenever I go to movie theaters in this day and age, but it was really a constant problem when it, especially by the time when Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, came out in movie theaters. It's just when I was watching that movie, it's just this kid right next to me, sitting next to his father, just kept whispering in his ear and said, Daddy, Daddy, what's happening? What's happening in this scene? It's like, watch the movie, kid.
You wouldn't ask what's happening if you were paying attention.
Exactly. Such grand and intoxicating innocence. Even as Lord Doom says. I should have asked for permission, but I was just so enchanted by her that I just couldn't help myself. It's the best work I've ever done, and when you see her, I'd like you to give it to her, all right? We got Lucia's bromide wand, so we actually got our first bromide.
Oh, this one has bromides too, huh?
Yes, it is. Yes, it does, and there are a lot of bromides in this game in comparison to the first one.
First one we had like what, 7, 10?
I think it was around like 10 or 13. This one has about 22 or 24.
That's like double, right?
Mm-hmm. And we can view the bromides like you could in Lunar 1. So let's take a look at the first one.
Boy. Oh, assassins? Oh man, Fate's like, this is gonna be a hard challenge. Me. Haha, you picked the one class I have I have like a bunch of super strong servants in.
It's always good. When you know that they're effed.
Yep. Unlike my riders, I have hardly any strong riders. Woof. They're all like supports. None of them can hit hard. They all hit like wet noodles. I don't know why, but that baby in the rocket ship makes me think of like Star Wars for some reason, like Willow or something, like an animatronic instead of an actual baby.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like a texture pasted on inside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't look real.
The basket's a real sprite, but the baby inside exactly just looks like a texture. Like it's not even anything in there. Just a sticker. Let's just put a sticker in there. That'll represent a baby.
What is this? Oh, and here's where Lucia's naivety of human customs in the world start to take effect.
Tiny, wrinkled human. That's a baby.
That's a baby, girl.
Oh God! Now somebody's put on some really strong cologne for some reason.
Ooh.
What? I don't need to smell it. Ugh, gives me a headache.
Yeah.
You ever had that, Kyle?
Oh yeah.
People with too strong, and they put slather it all over themselves, thinking they need a whole ton. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Chat, you know what I'm talking about too. People who think, like I remember in high school learning that, like guys, you don't need whole to slather it on. Put some on, spray some in the air, and walk into it, or just spray. You know, you don't need to like empty the entire bottle of cologne under, like, you know what I mean, bruh.
Even Muteki says, "Yep." Nothing
Yeah.
makes my lip.
Lord Doom, Muteki said, yep, and Lord Doom said he had to teach a friend how to put cologne on a few weeks ago.
That wasn't magic, dear. Lucia thought that the singing was a magic spell. Oh boy. Very naive.
Just very rusty singing voice. Lord Doom even said, see, that's how you do it, right, Kyle? Like, just something like that.
Yeah, you just use a dab on your finger and rub it around the neckline. Yep, that's how you do it. Or
Exactly,
if
you don't need...
Or if you want to use the Axe deodorant spray, you just spray it on your neck and your chest.
Exactly, you don't need to put... People still just like, I gotta slather it all over. Yeah.
Even Lord Doom says, just quick circle and you're good. Yep.
There are people who still understand.
But that's the... But,
Lord Doom's completely right about that, too. And guess what? A single bottle of cologne will literally last you a year or more like that. Exactly.
Yeah, but just go with the type of cologne that you like. Don't go with one that, that you say is good but has a strong odor which may cause irritation to people around you, you know? You want to leave a good impression, not only for you, but for themselves, too. Oh, 30 silver. The mayor of Larpa charges us in case we ask him for information about certain things. And we had to pay 30 silver because Lucia asked you. Oh, God. Girl, you got a lot of explaining to do. Money's precious in this game. Girl.
It is.
I'll
be RB.
Or by Vegeta's case, woman. I mean, that's exactly how he would say it too. All right, animated movie.
It's so strange. I did not know humans possess such wondrous powers. That shouldn't be possible, unless Althena was the source. What a strange world I've come to. Its beauty is unsurpassed, and yet it remains filled with such mystery and emotion. Why is the flower so soft, and the snake so deadly? Why do some love and others hate? Is this land of contrast the one that Althena created? The land that so far rises to...
Lucia?
Of course.
Hero, I must go now. I will never forget you.
Do what now?
Yeah, I think that person with the cologne left.
Oh, good.
I'll smell a wolf. Or do you said, if someone could smell your cologne, if they're not literally under you, you use too much. Exactly. Like, I'm 3 stories up, and I'm smelling their cologne. whoever was walking, like, yeah. They must have, like, bathed in it. So, she's out of your party? And Ronfar, too?
Well, she's out of our party temporarily, but you'll see why. But Ronfar will be joining us from here on out. We just gotta go find him after this. Or he'll find us.
Lord Doom, you're 100% right yet again. If I could smell you before I see you, you've definitely used too much, right, Kyle?
Mm-hmm.
She's just gonna walk away, okay.
Yep. Wouldn't... Something tells me that she has borderline.
Something,
I mean,
alright.
I know that she's just being naive to the customs, but, you know, just something like this is just screaming out borderline, but it just seems to get worse later on in the game.
Tell you who's a perfect representation of borderline in a JRPG though. Like actually like sympathetic too. Like is Tales of Arise, the main girl.
Oh yeah, Shion.
That is the most perfect. I like felt like I was like, what, did they literally just base her off of me? Like everything about her story was like perfect. Like that's exactly how it feels, the way she
Mm-hmm.
But in her case, it's like it's a bunch of thorny tendrils that hurt anyone. But like, man, that's literally how it is. Except for, you know, I don't remember anybody having thorny tendrils.
Yeah. Oh, and now if my memory serves me correctly, this is one of the things in the dialogue coming up where working designs would not get away with this if they were still in business today.
No. You gotta give that little warning.
Yes. So, if you see it on screen, we do apologize in advance, but it's not like us. What? She went to Dalton? Now, why'd she go and do a dumb thing like that? And how are you guys not to realize what a mistake she was making?
Oh, so he's just Gohan. Okay.
Yeah. You see it?
Yes, I do.
Oh, God.
Like, that's Gohan. Gohan called Majin Buu that.
Yes, he did. So,
and
Lucia's
Baki
in
called
trouble.
his trainers that.
Oh, he does. I didn't know that. So yeah, basically the city of Dalton, that's where the dragon ship Destiny, Leo ship, is stationed. And yeah, Lucia is gonna be in huge doo-doo for going there. Wait. Hero, you just said that you were not strong enough to fight against Leo. But you just made the realization that he's mortal, just like you, and you can actually beat him. Wow. Dang.
Damn!
What a
Hey.
boosting confidence.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so Ronfar is officially in our party now. So, as I said, we gotta go to Dalton. And we have to go
Dalton Castle.
Yes. So, just north of Larpa. But we do have to pass a pass in the desert in order to reach our destination. Lord Doom. A friend asked him if Hercule could be Yujiro. For once, Yujiro gets it.
Yeah. I think so.
being in this desert might actually be a bad idea because the dung beetles here are poisonous.
Darn poison. See his poor main character Coon there. Green face. Poor guy.
Mm-hmm. He got the Rona for being all poisoned. Alright. But like I said, after every battle, any status ailments are completely lifted.
Wait, let me reread what Lord Doom wrote. I agree either way, which is weird.
Anyways, if we're gonna have any chance of seeing your waifu, we better get to moving here.
Well, I mean, you're the one playing.
Yeah, I know.
Dodge this!
Yeah.
Yeah. Since I'm here, you can go ahead and tell me all about your Taco Bell story now.
Lord Doom said about Hercule is that everything Hercule could do, a real human could do, but Yujiro, no, he's superhuman. Yeah.
The stuff Yurjo does? No, he's superhuman. Hmm. Okay, so his pet goldfish Charlie was going crazy. Okay.
Oh boy, this story again.
I mean, it's gotta be good.
Ferocious wind! Lady Luck, be kind!
Jenny, and then Charlie. Oh. Your pet goldfish blew up at a Taco Bell?
What? What?
He's said the story a couple times. But not
Oh,
all
that's
of us
right.
were there.
Yeah.
Not all of us were there.
Yes, it's flooding back now, I think.
Lord Doom mentioned about if Hercule pulling a 18-wheeler with his whole body just isn't impressive, because somebody in real life could do it with his junk.
I mean, that's mad impressive for Yujiro.
Techie has is going more.
Dodge this!
So he dumped him in a toilet, but then Muteki heard a noise from outside.
Lady Luck, be
Okay.
kind!
I honestly thought that was the end of the story when he said that his goldfish blew up.
Nah,
That'd
as
be
well. Lord Doom said if he can find the video, he'll link it. The most insane part is that guy pulled a 18 with his junk just to prove he could.
Jesus. Reminds me of that time when, I saw Guinness Primetime once on ABC back in the day when I was young, and it actually showed this guy who can lift a cinder block with his nipples.
Yes, a show I also remember.
Lady Luck, be kind!
Now Billy owes him money, and he goes outside and yell out, "Yo, Billy!" And Billy was walking dogs and said, "What?" I was like, "You owe me $5, okay."
Happy hour!
Then the dogs go crazy and attack him? What? Jeez. Where's my money, man? Where's my money? It's like, and I'm like, no, dog, you owe me money. Alright, Destiny dice was learned, so a big damage crapshoot. Alright, so we're gonna actually see what the Destiny dice does in the next fight. But I'm gonna warn you though, that attack is very, very luck-based.
Just like any good game, RNG.
Yep.
We have to send a prayer to Gambler, so hopefully he can make our rolls true.
I call him Gambler.
Exactly.
You finished the story.
I walked back into my room and stopped, then I noticed I soiled myself. And that's why you don't eat Taco Bell late at night. Okay, now with Destiny Dice, it's just like that one mini game where, you know, we were trying to help Lucia earlier. If you choose even or odds, and you actually get the right one, then you can actually do quite a lot of damage to all enemies on screen. But if you choose the wrong one, then Ronfire only takes a nick of damage on him.
Well, it's
Lady
hope.
Luck, be kind!
Gambler.
Hey, I won that one.
Yay! Our prayers work.
Now, when I was practicing this game, I would actually lose quite a lot, so my luck was not the best when I came to this mini game. So, hopefully this is a good omen, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Hey, Muteki, do you know about the story about the gal who drove in the Taco Bell late at night and actually got $2,000 out of the bank deposit money instead of her meal?
Nice.
Lady Luck, be kind!
Hey, I actually won that. Nope. Okay.
Well, it's not what I ordered, but I'll take the L.
No. But I know where you're going at. Okay. Well, what happened was that this was a story that came out in early 2010, and how I still remember this, it was from a episode of Side Scrollers on Screw Attack back in the day, and I remember when Destin Legary was still a part of that website before he moved to IGN, and when he was doing the Side Scrollers news desk bit, well, it was between him and Chad James, but where Destin only had one story. Destin started the story by saying, when you guys go to a Taco Bell late at night, what's the one thing you would rather have? A Taco Bell meal or $2,000? And all the hosts unanimously said $2,000, and he's like, all right. So, anyways,
$2,000, you can buy many Taco Bell meals.
Explain how.
So basically, the gist of the story, what happened was, there was this lady who drove through a Taco Bell late at night in the drive-thru, and she ordered her meal, and when she got up to the window, the attendants gave her her bag, and she, you know, when she was still driving in her car, and she drove away. But the thing is, as she was driving away, they realized what they actually ended up giving her was the bank deposit for the night instead of her meal.
Happy hour!
It's like, how do you even do that? Late at night, when you're working at a Taco Bell, that you get yourself a bag of money instead of a bag full of food. Even if they just put it in a bag, even if it was just put into a bag, you know, for like loss prevention reasons.
Like I was saying, I'm guessing it was probably in the bag, and whoever was, you know, carrying it around had to like do something. You know, so they had to put it down for some reason, and it got grabbed and, you know, put into an order.
Lord Doom said, "Hey, it's my money now."
Exactly, which I will use to buy much more Taco Bell.
Oh, hello.
As you see, currency may be exchanged for goods and services.
There you go. Yep. Can be exchanged for goods and services. Hello, Yukiyamasi said you use a Taco Bell bag to hold money.
Hey, Chief, take a
Apparently
look.
that's what they did.
Isn't that Lucia?
Interesting.
But you must believe me. My story is true. I
Isn't that
have
Lucia?
no reason to lie.
Yep, she's on
If I do not
Destiny,
find
and
Althena
Leo's on there,
before
so
Zelpha
she's in
returns to
big
power,
trouble.
He will destroy your world.
Ha! You expect me to believe that, Destroyer? Althena's only order was to eradicate you, not to listen to your evil lies.
Man, he's angry, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Why he really thinks she's the bad guy?
Well, obviously. That dude is an elf, confirmed. Lord
Yeah,
Doom.
knife. His knife here means no wonder he's spouting heresy in this world about the being Althena's guide, Althena's justice or whatever, because he's a knife ear.
Well,
course he's gonna
you'll
spout
see
heresy.
exactly who he's serving when we get to meet the goddess.
Oh boy, so he's even bigger heretic.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Also,
she's down
oh
for the
yeah,
count.
Lord Doom. That dude is an elf confirmed and also an Enwa. So basically, all the problems could be solved, Kyle. Or Doom saying is by being proactive and stabbing him.
Oh, the goddess statue has been shattered, and we needed to restore our health. Ah, cheapskate. So it says that we have to go to the sanctuary of Althena's Chosen, and that's the only way we can use the goddess statue there. But here's the thing, though. The sanctuary of Althena's Chosen, if you were to heal there, you have to pay a fee to get healed. So that's why I just get those statues that are in town and not inside the sanctuaries.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you should write a book, Kyle. If you're like in lore book, and it should be called "Praying for Cheapskates." Like how in Fallout, there's Tales of a Junktown jerky vendor.
Oh, really?
That is a thing that exists.
Oh, hey, we got ourselves some new equipment we can actually wield. Nice. Whoop. So this is basically the same trend as the first game. Whenever you get a new piece of equipment, equip it, and then just sell your old stuff.
Yeah. One of those, huh?
Yeah. Now, I would sell the saucepan lid, but I think I'll give that to Ronfar since he can actually equip it for himself. Give him some extra defense. But here's the thing, though. The bracelet actually acts as a shield, so we can just get rid of the saucepan regardless. You only get 3 silver out of the saucepan, huh? Oh well. I was really tempted to sell one of my angel tears, because those are the things that'll revive your characters, but I'm like, you know what?
You probably want those still. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Or at least,
That's
if I want to, I can at least part with one, because I don't think I'm going to need to use all of them. Because we will get a lot of them during the journey and, like, treasure chests and all that. So we should be okay.
Chat said some things. One to me. Muteki said, "Fighter, glad they caught the Pennsylvania guy." And if you heard about that, right, Kyle? The escaped convict, Pennsylvania, the manhunt.
I think so. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember somebody posting in Facebook about that.
Well, they finally caught him, and Lord Doom says a police dog caught that guy, if he recalls correctly. Glad to see McGruff come out of retirement. And I'm well, he. Remember what I told you about McGruff and how he got arrested in Chicago for trying to fight the war on crime? Literally, had even Kyle. Did I tell you that he even had a rocket launcher?
Wait, what?
Yeah. The McGruff voice actor, the one take a bite out of crime. He meant it with Kyle.
Damn.
I almost called you Wheels. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I knew it was bound to happen.
I'm just like that Mega Man voice actor. You have to stop Dr. Wily. Whoa, Mega Man.
Mega Man. It's still amazing that so many years later they actually tracked down the woman who voiced Mega Man in that and got an interview with her.
That's great.
Oh yeah. In the in both Mega Man 8 and Mega Man X4. That's interesting.
Right? Lord Doom is right about the McGruff voice actor. He wanted to be Punisher. It's fine. Allow it.
Exactly.
Right?
Dodge this!
He did nothing wrong.
He didn't do nothing.
Dodge this!
And I'm a complete idiot for forgetting that we can actually, there's actually a goddess statue inside the dragon ship Destiny, which we can actually use to heal ourselves instead of having to pay a 100 silver fee at the sanctuary. But the good thing is that even if you were to go back upstairs, those soldiers who you take down when you're trying to get to Lucia, they stay down. So you don't have to worry about them anymore.
Lord Doom goes on about Scruff McGruff. As long as he's 100% right, 100% of the time, I don't see the issue.
Oh man, it's like after we go through this episode, maybe we ought to try to find a way to watch The Punisher with Thomas Jane. But then again, I'm sure Wheels would be like, why are you guys not watching Collision?
He shows up.
If he shows up.
Last night he didn't show up. I went to bed. I'm in bed and I get a message from him that, again, a certain parent of his did not wake him up.
Oh.
And he said he felt bad. Physically, because like he let him sleep too long, so not like his body's like messed up. And which is exactly what I was afraid of.
Muteki says he's been playing more Mortal Kombat 1, and he says it's fun trying to finish the story mode.
Lady Luck, be kind!
About the most fun you'll have playing the game.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I don't know. I don't hate Mortal Kombat. People think I don't.
No.
I just don't.
There's just certain things about it that just rub you the wrong way.
Yes, you know what I mean. I'm not as big a fan as I was, you know. But nothing against, you know, like
Ed Boon or anything like that. But then again, makes you wonder if Ed Boon actually has an ego with how he's portraying Mortal Kombat in this day and age.
Lord Doom outright hates it. Yeah, see. It's also
Yeah, I
fair
see.
because a lot of people. It's because of how it's gone. See why people are still fans. I can see why people hate it. I'm one of the people. I don't care for it anymore. But I don't.
Oh yeah.
But if like I was at my cousin's house. He had it. He said want to play, and I played. You know. One of those where like if I'm at someone's house, they're like, you want to play? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Lady Luck behind!
LPH. Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, I saw that. Just went full DC mode.
Yep. Not wrong.
Dodge this!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree. Pretty much, especially current DC. And that's what? And that's probably because of WB's influence. It would be, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, since NetherRealm Studios is owned by Warner Brothers Interactive.
Yep.
True.
Lord Doom says his mother-in-law feels the same way about Street Fighter. She just doesn't like playing it.
You know, fair enough.
Well, I think the thing with Mortal Kombat, the moment when John Tobias left is when the story in future Mortal
Exactly,
Kombat
because he
games-
was the story guy.
Mm-hmm.
And when he left, it's like Boone is like, people only care about the ultra-violence, right?
Ugh.
We could slap the story together and keep doing weird retcons all the time.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, and that's the thing. I mean, Mortal Kombat, I felt it was one of the only franchises that actually had decent storytelling for a fighting game.
Yeah, remember they really tried. Some of those games weren't so great, but at least they tried.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people say that story and fighting games just don't mix, but
They
tend
do.
to
Come on.
I tend to disagree
Yeah,
with that
exactly.
notion.
They can have pretty good stories. It's just a lot of them don't, and that's kind of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a good one does. Bad ones, they don't bother.
Right.
or they slap together some ass pull bullshit. But
Oh, chat says some things, Kyle, I think.
If Mortal Kombat 11 didn't fold DC Comics, MK1 will.
That was it?
What LPH says, the Lord Doom says, it's also kind of hilarious that his mom knows nothing about Dragon Ball, but loves fighters.
That game's fun to play at least.
Oh, mother-in-law, yeah.
Even if you don't
Well,
like
of
Dragon
course.
Ball, the only problem with it is the netcode, which they still
it
haven't.
doesn't have rollback yet.
Still, and they
Even though
announced that
they
a year
announced
ago.
it.
And that was almost 2 years ago when they announced it.
Was.
It's like, come on, Arc System Works, let's get on the ball, you guys. I mean, there were times when I thought that Street Fighter actually had a good story, especially when it came to some of like the characters you play as, with their own stories when you play them in arcade mode.
Lady Luck behind!
It's like, makes you say, God, this has so much potential. Why aren't they capitalizing on this?
Lord, oh really?
She's
His
a V-
mother-in-law
she's a vid-
is a filthy
Videl
Videl
main.
main. I saw a funny mod about that. What if Videl was accurate to the lore, and it saw her like fighting Krillin and doing nothing against him?
His main is always going to be UI Goku. Well,
Tell you about UI Goku. I love UI Goku. Especially messing Alex with him.
So what is the best original story in anime that's not canon? LPH asks.
Like anime only, like arc? Yeah. What, no?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Lady Luck, be calm.
Well, there's some anime only stuff that happened. And my brain just farted. Even though I know there's plenty. I know there's an answer.
Off the top of my head, I can't really think for certain. But I could say that any of the filler arcs, aside from the Bound arc and Bleach, are actually pretty decent.
What's great about Bleach is they even tell you it's filler. Oh, Fairy Tail has a couple where it's interesting with Fairy Tail. You know how Fairy Tail did it? It's filler, but it's still canon to the manga. The filler arcs in Fairy Tail are just stuff the mangaka didn't have time to write. He tells the anime staff what the story is, and they'll animate it. Kind of interesting how he did it there.
Oh, Muteki, that actually is a good point, but I think I remember from the first Full Metal Alchemist is that like 40% of the anime was from the actual story, whereas the rest of it was just then it diverged itself into a new direction.
So that's still original that where it diverged. That's what Muteki's saying. Another one, Hellsing's TV show. I like that original story a little. After seeing the actual brother, like Ultimate, kind of like the original story, the TV version that because the manga wasn't done yet. I really like that story still. People are like it's not as good. I'm like no, it's still good. I think the TV Hellsing is still good. Oh, Muteki Metal, he said the Atlantis and Seal arc that were anime only.
Oh, that's right.
And yet again, what's funny? I have a drawing open on my tablet, but I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here, and for some reason, Guile Street Fighter EX theme is playing in my head over and over, and I just can't stop it. Don't know why.
Just randomly?
Not his regular one. His EX one.
Ah.
Oh, and LPH asked if Yamcha's still good in fighters, but Lord Doom said actually he's bottom tier. Down there with Goku Black and Super Saiyan Vegeta.
Ouch.
That sucks. I used to be so dang good with Yamcha.
I was about to say, I wonder what Star Child would say if he saw that right now,
He'd still play Yamcha.
Yeah, he would.
Which sucks, because I also like Goku Black and Super Saiyan Vegeta too. Matter of fact, if I remember right, that was my team. Yamcha, Goku Black, and Super Saiyan Vegeta. And it's funny. Apparently that's the most garbage team you could have. Wow, alright. Shows I know how to pick them. Huh. That was literally my team when Fighters launched. That exact team. And that's funny on their bottom tier. LPH mentioned just like Little Mac.
Oh, in Smash Brothers. Oh, yeah. I mean, he is a really powerful character, but when it comes to him trying to jump, he sucks at it. He's one of the worst characters.
One of the main things you need in Smash.
Yeah, to try to reach the ledges and not fall off of them,
Because you don't win Smash by just normally depleting HP. You gotta knock him off ledges, and his whole thing is not being good at staying on the ledge. before you tell us what's going on here in the story, Muteki said Metal, he's going to use his paid time off next Friday to enjoy the Hasbro stream event. I didn't even know that they were doing a stream event, Metal. Hasbro? Metal?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, Muteki's talking about next Friday there being a Hasbro stream event?
Yeah, it's PulseCon.
Oh, okay.
So,
Pulse, yeah.
yeah, it's PulseCon. So, yeah, they're going to be showing a lot of stuff. So it's going to be interesting to watch.
So what's going on with the story? They got her out of prison and Leo was like, no!
Yep. And, we got him behind bars now.
Ah.
See? Total jackass. Fell for it.
What in the name of what are you doing? Being a heretic? Asking him, what's he doing?
You call us a heretic,
Right?
Leo, you need a reality check, pal.
What got him attacked?
Seriously. What a jackass. You don't get it, bud. This girl isn't here to make the world go bye-bye. It's something else. Something big. Something I don't quite understand. That's why I'm going to the Holy City. I'm taking a big gamble on Lucia, bud, and I'm smelling one hell of a payoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I'm sure if Jessica's boyfriend was still alive in this day and age, he probably would have said the same thing.
His Jessica.
His Jessica.
Oh, chat says things for you too.
He's got too much personal time off, like 270 hours? Jeez, Muteki.
Yeah, so they're basically forcing him to use it because he has too much, yeah.
Dang. That is nuts.
I think my uncle has something like that too with his company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he still doesn't take the time off, even though we could use the help.
I only got, for me, it's only like 140 hours of paid time off for me every year. So basically like 4 weeks worth. Plus like 4 personal holidays I can take off if I wanted to. Alright, so we can't go to Penagulia this way. We have to take a different route to try and reach the Holy City.
Lord Doom mentions in his job, if he has too much pay time off, it's a user to loser system. So if you got a bunch, but you better start just taking vacation days.
Yeah, but there are certain jobs where you are allowed to use, apply paid vacation towards your paycheck, like a current paycheck that you're on, or so that way you can get paid extra. I know my mom does that.
Lord Doom says, so you don't have to use your pay time off, but why would you just let it get purged?
Yeah, exactly. That's the situation with me. I have to use it, or else it'll be completely purged by the time I go into the next day.
Techie mentioned it. His mentality at work looks down upon it if you take a day off. He doesn't lose the hours, and the job actually encourages it. Like,
dang. What kind of job do you do, Muteki?
Oh yeah, what is your job? If you want to say it.
It's kind of surprising that you say that your job encourages you to, take time off.
Lady Luck, be kind.
Yeah, exactly, Lord Doom. That's how I feel.
Validation specialist is what Muteki says.
Oh.
I see.
I'm like Lord Doom. They can look down on me all they want, so they cut the check.
Yeah.
my job is looking for a job before my, and I'm pretty sure my cable bill is $400 now, which just it's probably gonna cut off if I don't find one.
Yeah.
And then you're not gonna hear from me. Woo!
No.
You're not gonna. Hey, well, what can I do?
That means Geek Fighters is gonna have to take time off until you get back online.
Unless I have $200 to pay last month's bill. That's because my mom. I told her to call. She has to call to lower it. Like it would have been 180 instead of 200. But I don't have 180 either. So
Saint Litany was learned by Ronfar. One ally regains HP after each turn. Okay. So basically a regen spell. Then Minteki asks, how do you think I'm able to stream you guys work from home? Ah, okay.
I wish I was still working at that work from home job, but no. They got bought out and decided to let a whole bunch of people go, and I was one of them.
Lady Luck, be kind!
Even I still don't understand that.
Buyouts happen all the time, man. Mergers, they always do that. I don't understand it, but they always do that.
I mean, you figure even if a company got bought out, but they still have your work file on schedule, you figure that they would, give enough incentive to try to hire some, the older staff back like yourself, even if they had to lay you off for quite some time. Because jobs can do that. They can rehire you after some time has passed.
That's what I was hoping for.
But still, that's terrible, I feel. And I really don't want you to have to go back to the MGM whatsoever.
That would just cost me more money working there, which is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like this idiot. It's like, yeah, I'd have a job, but it also wouldn't actually be. I would actually be still just as broke. It's kind of weird how that works.
By using those
because of the commuting.
Yeah, the Uber fees.
I don't have a car. Yeah, I don't have a car. Commuting.
Lady Luck, be kind!
I'm surprised I'm actually winning with the dice quite a lot.
Well, hey, gamblers in our favor.
I guess so. I mean, I'm not complaining, but still, I'm just really, really surprised. Oh, actually, what was down there? Is there something down there of interest I should look... Oh, another enemy. Sure, I'll find another. Get some more experience. Fighting all those green goblins. Those are no Norman Osborns. Oh, nice crits there, hero. Lucia, during this phase in the game, she can actually run away during battles at times. But the more she grows in the game, she'll actually be more dependent to help you out. Weird? Yes. Ah, alright. Ladies and germs? Well, shouldn't it be ladies and gents? Wow, calling Hero and Ruby germs. Or calling Hero a germ. Welcome to the beautiful and mysterious Star Dragon Tower. So, this place is actually very important near the end of the epilogue. We can't get into it right away because it's sealed off. But when we can get into it through the epilogue, if you remember that dragon head where we inserted those diamonds into the eye sockets of that dragon head to get access to the Blue Spire, well, this is where that story's going to come in full circle with the Star Dragon Tower when we can get inside of it. But the tower itself is not part of the main story. But like I said, it will be quite a while till we get over here. Ruby, that's not exactly true why he's helping her. Ruby, I think we made the proclamation that it's illegal for you and Hero to have a relationship. I mean, even Hero
chat
says...
said some things, right?
Yeah, but even Hero says, why are you acting like such a spoiled brat? Lord Doom says that he had some heresy to report on, but forgot. It must have been really light and slight heresy. Then, Muteki says, so when are you gonna get a horse scene like Witcher 3 with Jennifer? And
He's talking about the...
He says, damn, that cat. Oh, Lord Doom, when we get older, brain farts are more impervious to us in our minds.
Is that the right way to use that word?
I have a dream, Lucia. Just like Martin Luther King Jr. And it's a simple one, though. I want to experience everything the world can offer. I want to explore places that have never been found and do things no one thought possible. I learned very early that life is short and precious, and I don't want to waste a moment of it. Every time Grandpa told me of ancient folklore or read a story from his books, it inspired me. I can't always tell Grandpa of my adventures, because I know he'd worry himself to death. But he knows that I love him, and he understands that I have a thirst for adventure. When I first saw you at the top of the Blue Spire, Lucia, I knew you were going to lead me into the greatest adventure of my life. And you have. You say that you came here to save our world, but you've also changed my life. That's why I'm helping you, and that's why I'm going to get you into the Holy City. Wow. Kind of,
changed my life, really, in for like 4 hours.
Yeah, but in a way, kind of poetic when you think about it. But at least Lucia comes to know that Hero's not like everybody else who thinks that she's crazy, so hey, at least we got her on our side, so that's all good. Muteki says, well, my grandma once said my evolution is so great that the universe cannot catch up to it.
What are you gonna?
Yeah. Well, Ron Farr's back and he tells us that the dragon ship is still parked in Dalton, so Leo hasn't been bailed out of his jail cell yet. But he will come as soon as he's freed, so. Now we gotta make our way to the Forest of Illusion. Just like in Mario World. Because he won't be able to find us in that deep, dark, black forest.
Running in circles.
Come over here. There's a goddess statue right there. And,
One that isn't broken.
Yeah, exactly.
Muteki. Can we get a new wingman? This relationship is going nowhere.
Yeah, this ship kind of sucks.
Remember Burns had the friendship?
It's sort of ships.
Let me save right here just to be on the safe side. Right, Metal, Muteki says.
Don't forget
was
to
one
become metal while watching metal and turning into metal.
And there's also a goddess statue here inside the Illusion Woods.
And Knuckles.
And Knuckles. Oh, that joke will never get old. So, basically, this is Ron Farr's gambling buddy. Buddy, while it would bring me infinite pleasure to put you into the poorhouse again... Damn! He wishes poverty on that?
Yeah.
guy?
Ooh.
Gosh. Kind of dark when you think about it.
Just a little.
But I'm not here to roll bones. I want you to show us how to get through the woods.
Oh,
Then
the
here's
bones.
the deal. Then here's the deal, gambler man. Roll one of the dice. You win, and I show you how to enter the woods. Oh, them's fighting words, huh? Lord Doom. Lord Doom says, I wish poverty on a lot of people. How about we not verbalize our thoughts, my pretty peach pet? Man, you like to woo Ruby by calling her so many things like pink puffball, pretty peach pet.
Majin Buu.
Oh, there's that word again. That working designs will not be able to get away with in this day and age.
Nah, just Gohan.
Oh, they must look at a Toriyama for inspiration, or at least adult Gohan.
Gohan. Lord Doom says like knife ears, they need to know their place. You know what's funny? I still haven't done anything with my tablet. I'm still trying to just beat the stupid Fate event because only like 3 days left. And if I don't beat it, I lose it. I lose too much.
You lose too much.
Oh boy, you never win. I know. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Wish it wasn't. It'd be nice if I check my email. There's the job that I applied to actually says welcome aboard.
Oh, yeah. I want a low-level search in every birdhouse, doghouse, outhouse, treehouse, henhouse, roadhouse, boathouse, and penthouse within a 2-mile radius. Jeez, how many houses can you think of?
A lot of them.
I don't think she'd be able to fit in a birdhouse. Unless if she had a powerful shrink spell. Just like Belle Dandy and All My Goddess. When she had to recharge her energy, she became a sprite and fit inside, what's-his-name's pocket.
that dude.
Yeah. That she hangs with.
Muteki. I know Roadhouse, Roundhouse Kick. Roadhouse.
Oh, Patrick Swayze, how we miss thee.
Lord Jim says he can't remember his name either, Kyle. That's how important he was to us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the only names I know are Belle Dandy, Scold, and whoever the little girl's name was that was a part of that group.
God, everybody in their motorcycles out. Can't you think of Eastern Mass?
Her
Everybody's
sister
just
was
chilling
hit.
over here.
Her sister was hot though. I'm about to say, her sister was hit? Ugh.
Oh boy.
Lady Luck, be kind!
Not the little girl, the tall one.
Power.
Oh, the tall one. Oh, of course, because the small one's name is Scold. It was Beldandy, Scold, and who was... Oh, God. She had a very unique name, too. So, yeah, I'm gonna say this right now. These woods that we're in, this is where we're gonna meet your waifu, man, or the girl who's bound to be your waifu. But whether if we can actually get to her fast enough before the end of this episode,
Lady Luck, be kind!
that waits to be seen. And looks like the gambling gods are not on our side because that ability has always given me the answers that are, you know. Erd, yes, that's exactly it. Erd, okay. Yeah, she had a really unique name for one of the characters in that show.
Well, they're all named after the Norse, but like Japanified, because Belle Dandy is actually supposed to be in the Norse something like Firfandi or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Well, like Japanified versions
Of Norse names.
of Norse. Yeah. Hey, but there's another thing that guy did who did. Oh my God, it's called Sakura Wars,
And you're under arrest. Yep.
But also Sakura Wars.
Mm-hmm. Every Sakura Wars until the PS4 game.
Or
It was-
yep. Then also Tite Kubo popped in.
Yeah, it did the character design for the most recent game, yep. And he even did some of he even was the character designer of some of the Tales games, too.
The Kubo or the oh my God this guy.
The Oh My Goddess guy, Kosuke Fujishima.
Oh, that's right. You're right. The early ones. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Fantasia, Symphonia, The Abyss, and Vesperia, and also one of the character designers for the main characters in Exilia 1 and 2, Vesperia, and Berseria. Muteki says that Kubo did great designs on the characters in Sakura Wars.
He did.
I mean,
I like them all.
just like Toriyama, I would say that Kubo knows how to design waifus.
especially the dark skinned tall one. I forgot her name. Anastasia. Something like that. I forget.
Maybe.
I beat Soccer Wars 4, but PS4, but I already forgot.
I'm surprised I still have not picked up that game.
No?
Look inside these bushes, and sometimes there might be treasure chests.
Although I guess it never got free for Plus, did it? I think
No,
I
it
bought it. Right? Weird. You figured
No,
it would
it
one day.
Never did. Oh, yeah, I'm about to say, Ronfar, you may want to get your Destiny dice and actually win this time. Because we're kind of in a pickle where these green goblins need to, head out.
Seen about. Yeah.
Trying to stop him from using his Destiny dice.
Ladies,
Please.
be kind.
Yes! Evens. They all dead. But here's another thing, too. Some of those bushes may actually have enemies hiding in them, too. Or they just may lead to a dead end. One or the other.
Oh, I like how you just ran. Oh, it looked like you were like. I
thought that was a stone! Well, it was. I still get a kick every time I watch that short on Twitch.
Short?
When you were playing Record of Lotus War on Dreamcast.
Yeah, it's. You know what's sad about that game? The fact that it just kept, like, apparently it's one of the few games that the Dreamcast emulator just still hasn't fixed full, compatibility with.
Mm-hmm.
The save files just kept getting corrupted. And I was like, what's going on here? I looked it up, and apparently, like, oh yeah, this is an issue they just never fixed, even now. Even though it's been a known issue for years.
That sucks, too. You figured that they would at least had that fixed by now.
Right? Especially with a game, like, if I remember right, that Lotus game is one of the more liked Dreamcast games.
Mm-hmm.
One of the few, one of the few, licensed games back then that was actually good.
Right.
Remember, back then, they were like unicorns. Whenever there was a good one, you really talked about it, because you're like, holy crap. Licensed game is... Right, Metal?
Mm-hmm.
Licensed games that were good were, like, rare back then?
They really were, because most of the time, yeah, they were given... The studios were usually given not exactly great budgets and a fairly tight development line, usually less than a year, if not, like 9 to 10 months. So that's why a lot of them sucked. The exception were companies that actually gave a shit and actually wanted to give the resources and time for stuff to actually work. So, or ones that were just, fun anyway, just because of, we're just flukes. But yeah. You know, kind of like the X-Men Origins game, which was bizarre, which was crazily good for a licensed game, or like a lot of the EA Lord of the Rings games were quite good.
Yeah,
Like,
yep.
I mean, yeah, we got like stuff like Conquest. We also got like 2 RTSs, the kind of scrolling action adventure hack and slashes like the Twin Towers and Return of the King. We got turn-based strategy with the Third Age, and I don't know if there's really any other notable ones from that era, but those are the ones I remember anyway.
Back in the 90s, like one of the ones that seemed like a fluke to me was Maximum Carnage.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially when put out by a company like
LJN.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, it did well enough. It got a sequel, which I think is underrated. But
yeah, I never played. I'm just.
I think Separation Anxiety is better than people give it credit for.
I know it had.
That's just me.
Yeah. It had 2-player. Which I felt like
did. Yeah.
Max Carnage was missing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how you gonna have Venom and Spider-Man but no co-op?
Exactly.
I will say this though: if you play Separation Anxiety, then it's best to play a game like that on the Sega Genesis than it is the Super Nintendo, because I tried playing it on the Super Nintendo one time within the last decade, and I was like, I don't even remember this game being that hard.
You know what's funny about that? In the wild, growing up, even though I never got to play it, I remember seeing Separation Anxiety in stores, and it was always only the Genesis version. I never saw the Super Nintendo version on sale in the wild.
Yeah.
Even though I knew it had to exist because, yeah.
There were,
of course.
When I was growing up, there were only like 2 Sega Genesis games I ever owned. One was Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and the only one my parents ever bought for me for Christmas one time was Separation Anxiety on the Sega Genesis.
Oh.
Yeah. No other Sega Genesis games they bought for me, because usually they would just give me Super Nintendo games. I think
so you were a unicorn like me, huh?
Yeah.
Back in them days, had both.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, that was pretty friggin' rare. Like console wars, and I was like, "What do you mean you don't have?" Well, like, what? You don't have both? Like, no, man.
God, these guys are giving me the hands a little bit.
This version Lunar Legends actually looks kind of like this, which is kind of crazy. GBA was able to recreate this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you played Lunar Legends.
Oh, I used to own that game back in the day. I liked it.
It did well for what it, what it could, GBA could do,
Oh yeah. But I'm just baffled that someone like Victor Ireland, the guy who worked at Working Designs on, the localization for both the Sega CD and PlayStation versions of the Lunar game, said that Lunar Legends was crap, which I feel is untrue.
No, I mean, yeah, it didn't have everything, but for what it had on a hardware, it did fine. I thought it.
Yeah, exactly. And there were certain things. I mean, sure, the story may have been exactly in tandem with how you wanted certain changes in the story to happen for its Western release, but for what it did, some of the newer things it did in the story, I think it actually did really well. Like near the end of the game, right before you go into Althena's fortress, you remember when Mia and Jessica were at Alex's side to try to break Nash and Kyle out of their stupors. But in the GBA one, it was Nash and Jessica who were the ones helping Alex, and whereas Mia and Kyle were the ones who were, just scared crapless, just to put it in a safe way like that. But yeah, I thought that was actually, I thought that was actually a good sign of development based on Nash's side. I mean, sure, he's probably my least favorite character out of the, when it comes to Lunar 1, but I honestly thought that was actually a good development of his character for that kind of part.
Dodge this!
I know that we're getting close to wrapping up, but
Yeah.
but here's what I'll ask you though. Would you like to see our next character who actually joins us, or would you rather be surprised about that in the next episode?
I'd like to see it, but I mean, how long is that gonna take?
It shouldn't take more than, I'd say, about 15 minutes at best.
Oh.
You got 15 minutes now or no? 'Cause if not,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I think I should be alright.
Okay.
All right. Well then, okay.
All right.
We were
Let's
gonna
do
extend
it.
our stream slightly, just because I don't know if I'm gonna have internet. If they're like, we're gonna cut you off. Woo!
Yeah.
No, what I'm pretty sure they'll do is they'll cut me off next month, and then I'll just have my phone, and then actually, I don't even know, but yeah, Omega Mario. It's a good thing we extended 15 minutes. Look at that, Omega Mario.
Yeah.
That 15 minutes helps.
Absolutely. Let me see if I can... Yeah, it's just last enemy on this screen. And if I have to, I can just avoid the other enemies on the next screen, because I think it's after the next screen where we actually meet our next party member. And what I'll do is I'll avoid the battles as much as I can before we enter that screen, so that way we can actually see our next party member.
Oh, really? It's just Omega Mario said 3 minutes before his birthday.
Oh, man.
We're closing just it'll hit midnight
Nice.
for him. Happy
Early
birthday,
birthday, man.
brethren.
Our fellow geek brethren.
Should I grail Archer Anastasia? Let me see. How good is she?
So how old you gonna be, Omega? Somewhere in your 30s?
Oh, she's really good. She's an A rank. Yeah, that's a good question.
Lord Doom says his wife is blackmailing him in Among Us. He's kind of impressed. Oh, early 30s, but you don't like it. I know what you mean, man. It's scary,
hey.
when getting old.
I'm also we're all three of us here are in our
Mhm.
like mid 30s.
To late 30s.
Sadly.
Lady Luck, be
It's a
kind.
scary
System
thing.
screwed us all.
Oh, Omega says this battle music. Oh, yeah. Battle music is really great in this game, or the soundtrack for this game is fan-freaking-tastic.
Power.
You won't see any bosses in this
Kinda music I
episode, but...
missed.
Oh, yeah. Also, I want to say, you won't see any bosses in this episode, but you'll see some in the next episode. Or at least one.
Mm.
Funny how all the random enemies who you come across that are on the... when they're on the fields, they actually make a noise that's kind of proportionate with their characters, but for the Green Goblins here, they sound like apes when they come closer to you. They're like... Some of them actually make really weird noises later on. Yep, clock hit midnight. Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Polly. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I still don't know why Stallone hates that robot so much.
So I had that
To the
one.
point where he actually completely removed it from his director's cut of Rocky IV. So, what did that robot do to him?
Right?
What did it do?
Well, obviously did something.
Dodge this! Lady Luck, be kind!
Hey, we got odds and we won that. Excellent. Thank you, dice gods. Or gambling gods. Well, hopefully you get a really good gift for your birthday, Omega.
Jigglypuff is gonna win this battle, right? No?
Dodge this!
In Fate? Well, I hope so.
Lady Luck,
Jigglypuff
be
ain't in Fate,
kind!
but it's in Lunar, right? And you say no, and I'm like, sure it is.
Still, we haven't even reached level 17 as Hero or the others, and kind of want to get them at that level before. But then again, I will save right before we enter the next screen, so at least if I want to grind before then, I can. Before the next episode.
That's good.
Yeah.
Show us this waifu's like.
Well,
Lady Luck,
I
be
hope she is your
kind!
waifu, because that at least will help give you some ideas on who to draw next on your tablet. Maybe that'll be your source of inspiration on who to draw next.
Yeah, what's funny is that you, Metal, and Alex all gave me ideas, and I wrote them down. I just haven't drawn them yet. And I should also do those.
Okay, Hero's now at 17. Okay, good. Perfect. I at least wanted to get somebody at level 17. And luckily, Hero was the lucky contestant on The Price is Right.
I'm glad he didn't fight Bob Barker.
Omega says, fingers crossed, although Xbox gave him the biggest middle finger to his Forza Motorsport early pack plans, it did a just for you deal on Borderlands Pandora box mega bundle and knocked off 80%, making it £25. Like, thanks, Xbox, you numpties.
Oh man.
That sucks. So sorry to hear that. Okay. At least save one of those for the boss fight. Yeah, we should be getting closer. Sibilium sword.
Dodge this!
Just basically shooting a sword beam at toward an area of enemies.
Lady Luck, be
Venom, venom, venom. Civilium.
Oh boy.
Omega says, to be honest, though, I can't be bothered to play all those games again, so no biggie. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Let me sword you, okay?
Dodge this!
There we go. At least the Goblin King is out of our minds. Jeez, what's your guys' problem with Hero? Man, you're making him lose so much health so far. Hey, Ronfar got to level 17 too. Nice. So when we go to the next screen, that'll actually be good for when we go up against the next boss in the next episode.
Alright, yay.
Yeah. There we go. Nope, that's a dead end. Is it this way? Yes, it is. Okay. So, brace yourselves, guys.
There we go.
Let's see if this is waifu material for you.
The Saiyan Desert.
Salian.
Salian. Look like Saiyan.
Kind of does. And don't worry, when we're introduced to new characters, we do have FMV sequences, just like what we saw with Ronfar today.
Oh, there we go.
Say, I haven't seen you here before. Are you visiting? Well, my name is Jean. I'm the star dancer.
Yep. Say hello to Jean, everybody.
Hello.
Lord Doom said, I thought the same thing, Kaus. I was in the middle of typing it even.
So, yep, that's our next party member.
You want me to sit with them?
Jean the dancer.
I don't want me to do it.
Not to use a Joan of Arc. Well, we're about to wrap up now, Metal.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting asked about.
Yeah, if Metal, if you want to... Muteki says, Jean! Phoenix Saga!
Jean!
But don't worry. Based on what you see her... As you see her right now, you may think she just may look like a lolly, but wait till you go to the next screen when you have to talk to her, and it'll make you change your mind. But we'll save that for next time. But if you think that she's waifu now, then you got good eyes. All right. Well, I think it's actually my turn to plug first, so I think I'll go ahead and I'll do that right away.
Yeah.
So you guys can follow me on YouTube.com and Twitch.tv at RPG Reviews. YouTube's my bread and butter, whereas Twitch is secondary, as I stream on there mostly. But I also stream on YouTube at the same time as Twitch via Restream. So be sure to follow me at both those sources when you possibly can, and stay up to date with me through social media on Facebook and Twitter at RPG Reviews.
And that's him.
Yes.
Anyways, next up is me, which you can follow on Twitter/X at Metal Blue Eyes 0, and of course on the YouTubes at Metal Blue Eyes. I just put out a new video on the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG about the Fire Kings archetype, which is good because they've got a new deck coming up in like December. So Yeah, it's a good time to go and look at the weird birds that like to kill themselves. It makes sense in context, I swear. But yeah, that's me. Anyways, yeah, just check it out. Also check out hero-club.com for all your hero news. And naturally, check us out on Twitch, where we stream Wednesdays and Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, with Wednesday being the news and Friday just we play a game and chill. So that's me.
All right. That's for me. You can follow me on social media: Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter/X at FighterCaos. That's FIGHTERXAOS. I'll put my name in the chat. It's like that. On Twitch, I stream Tuesdays and Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern, unless, pending that my internet doesn't get cut off. Tuesdays is King of Fighters, and Fridays is Fate Grand Order.
Nice.
And I also do web commentary thing, but check out my social media for that.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Well,
Go.
next for the next time, if we can join together for this, we will be learning more about Jean and see where we go from there in terms of the story, because there's still a lot that we have left to explore in the world of Lunar, and we'll get a good chunk of it in next time. So anyways, until next week, this is Double RPG.
This is Mental Blue Eyes.
I'm Fighter Chaos.
And Fighter Chaos, my friend, you got two great words left to end off this stream, and they are...
Nim Kanyo.
Peace out, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.